Hello guys, welcome to Idyllic Learning. Today we are going to start our series on C# and .NET. We are going to begin with talking about the basic concepts in C# and progress towards intermediate and advanced levels. Every programmer's journey begins with a classic Hello World program, writing Hello World program to the console. We are also going to begin our journey by writing this program. So let's begin. In order to write or display anything on the terminal in C#, we use console.writeLine. Here, console is a built-in class which is used to represent or display standard input or output on console. Console class belongs to system namespace. We'll be talking about namespaces, classes and methods in our upcoming sessions. For now, just understand that console class is a class like many other classes present inside this system library or workspace. Now, one of the methods present in console class is writeLine method. This method is used to display the value on console or terminal. WriteLine expects some message or value to be displayed on the console. So here I am going to write within double quotes hello world, and I am going to end the statement with semicolon. Now these double quotes represent string data type. Again, what are data types, variables we are going to discuss soon in our upcoming sessions. Now if we open our terminal and write the command .NET run and press enter, then this will execute the program and display hello world on the console. You can also use run command or run button present in the IDE to display the output. Now I am going to make a small change in the statement and will try to replace this uppercase C with lowercase c in console. You can see the red squiggly line. This means the C# compiler, or the actual brain behind C# language, which is a really smart software which monitors all the code that we write in real time, is showing us an error that it cannot identify this console word. But just now we ran our program with console.writeLine. So what's the problem? The problem is that C# is a case sensitive language. This means C# considers uppercase C and lowercase c differently. So when we replace this uppercase c with lowercase 1, then C# is not able to identify this word. But if we change it back to uppercase C, then you can see the error is gone and C# compiler is able to recognize it one more time. Similarly, if I change this uppercase W with lowercase 1, we are going to get the same error, and so we need to change it back to uppercase W. Next is I am going to replace these double quotes with single quote, and this time we'll be getting a different error. C# compiler is complaining that there are too many characters in character literal. Now what is a character literal? What is character data type? We are going to talk about it in our upcoming session. For now, try to understand that a character data type in C# expects only one character or one symbol as an input. So if we replace this hello world and keep a single character edge, then the error will be gone. And if we try to run this program one more time, then we are going to get edge in the output. If we write hello world once again, then we'll be getting the same error. So we have to change this to string or double quotes. So within double quotes we can write n number of words without any problem. The last thing that I am going to do is delete this semicolon. One more time we are getting an error from C# compiler that semicolon is expected. This is because C# compiler considers semicolon as an end of line symbol. So right now the compiler is not considering this statement as a finished statement, and that's why we are getting this error. Once we add semicolon, then the compiler considers this statement as a finished statement or a completed statement and stops showing the error. So the three mistakes that any beginner level programmer do is ignoring cases, inappropriate data type representation, and ignoring semicolon. So as a beginner level programmer, you have to make sure that you will be considering these factors in order to reduce the errors in your code. Now I am going to comment out this code. Comments are used when we do not want to execute a particular line or lines of code. So in this case, if we run our program, then the compiler will ignore this line and execute rest of the lines if present. Comments are very much useful while doing the documentation or while explaining the code and already existing code to other developers. So for example, if I am writing some really complex code and I want to explain it to other developer without directly contact him, and if I want this code to be understandable by other developers, then I am going to write some certain documentation explaining what this code is and how and what it does. So our next task is we want to display the following message to the user, but the prerequisite is we have to use two console.write lines in order to display these two statements in a single line. So you'll be writing these values in separate console.write line and the output should be like this. So you can pause this video right now and try to write this program, or you can follow along with me. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to take help of console.writeLine method and we are going to write hello exclamation mark and semicolon. Similarly, we are going to write console.writeLine one more time and we are going to write welcome to Idyllic learning and end this statement with a semicolon. Now let's run our program one more time and see what happens. We can see that the message is displayed, but hello and welcome to Idyllic learning are displayed in different lines. Why is this happening? The reason being, writeLine method after printing the value on the console moves the cursor to the next line automatically. So when this line is executed, writeLine method will move the cursor automatically to the next line and will start writing welcome to Idyllic learning from that line, which is why we are seeing this output in two different lines. But our agenda is to write the message, complete message in a single line. So I am going to replace this writeLine with another method called write. Console.write works the same as console.writeLine. The only difference is that after printing this message, console.write will keep the cursor in the same line so that the next line, welcome to Idyllic learning, will start getting printed from the first line itself. So now if we run our program one more time, you can see the output is displayed in a single line. There is a small formatting problem in this code which we can easily rectify by adding a space either after an exclamation mark or before welcome. So I'm going to add an extra space after exclamation mark and going to run this code one more time, and as you can see our output is displayed correctly. So congratulations guys on writing your first line of code. Please practice this code by yourself and write your queries on the comment section and I'll try to resolve them. Thank you so much guys.